these kind of machine learning algorithms, okay, you can be able to implement in cybersecurity domain. Okay, so let's begin with the webinar. Okay, see, okay, this is our agenda for this particular webinar, and here you can see that in this particular agenda you will find that first one is nothing but the introduction to cybersecurity, what exactly cybersecurity is, and then machine learning, then we'll go to the Python. Okay, why Python? Because you know that Python is a programming language, and with the help of programming language we will be able to communicate with the our system. Okay, it's a it's a bridge between human to a computer. Okay, you will find that the lot of programming languages are there. Okay, and Python is one of widely used programming language in the field of data science, machine learning, artificial intelligence to implement this kind of algorithm on different kinds of data set in various different fields. Okay, like cybersecurity. Okay, and then we'll try to cover a different types of applications of machine learning in cybersecurity domain. Like we'll try to build the model for classification which can be able to predict malicious website, or which can be able to classify malicious website. Okay, then we'll see Android malware detection, okay, with the help of data, and we'll try to build the model, okay, based on that data, and that data will tell us that, okay, will give us a particular model which will be which is able to just find out the malware. Okay, and then we have a fake news detection. You will find that like nowadays, okay, you will find that on a social media, there are so many fake news, okay, published, okay, on social media. So how to find out that? Okay, we'll try to see by using machine learning algorithms, and we'll try to find out that one. Yeah, let's go into a first cybersecurity. What is cybersecurity? And before going into it, okay, here, okay, I provided you one link which is for for installation of Anaconda, which is okay. From here you will be able to able to find out Python, and you will be able to run your Python code over here as well. Okay, so before going into a introductory part of cybersecurity and machine learning, I just wanted to like tell you, just download this particular Anaconda version. This is nothing but the IDE, integrated development environment, where you can run your Python code and you can able to create your Python code as well. So for Windows, you can download this Anaconda distribution from here. Because I am using Windows, so you here you can see that it is showing that, okay, download this particular Anaconda distribution for Windows. If you are using Mac OS or Linux, so automatically it will show you that thing, okay, over here. If you wanted to just download Anaconda for another operating system like Mac OS or Linux, so you can just go here and click to this, okay, symbol. So you will be able to download that particular Anaconda distribution for that particular operating system. Or there is another way for downloading this. Just scroll down, and here you can see that, okay, there are installers of Anaconda for Windows, Mac OS and Linux. Okay, just choose your uh, like choose your friend operating system friendly installer and try to download that one. Okay, okay, so this is very helpful, guys, because you will find that, okay, the Jupyter notebook inside it, okay, this is another ID inside it. So you can be able to find out this particular thing, and you can be able to create your code. Okay, and this Jupyter notebook is again very much important. Then second one is nothing but the spider. Many developers, okay, is been using this spider, okay, IDE, and they are just developing different types of code for, let's say, object detection, YOLO V6 V7 model is there right now for object detection in computer vision. Okay, so those developers who are like constantly using Spider for creating their codes, okay, because it's a developer friendly environment. And this is Jupyter Notebook is for, okay, for just presenting your code. Okay, you can be able to add the comment, you can be able to add the images, okay, along with your codes. You can explain your code, okay, in the form of comments. Okay, so you can do so many different things in Anaconda just by using Anaconda, and these all are nothing but the open source. So which means that, okay, you don't have to pay any amount of money. Okay, that's why a lot of people are using this thing. Okay, and you will find that for data science, Python is top one programming language, okay, for implementing data science algorithm, machine learning algorithm, or artificial intelligence. Okay, and for for data science, for machine learning, for web development, okay, there is one like the toppest tool which is, or a programming language, that is nothing but a JavaScript, and on second you will find that the Python. Okay, worldwide for web development, for data science and all. Okay, but for data science specifically or machine learning, you will find that a Python is a most popular language. Okay, we'll talk about the libraries of Python. Okay, like SciPy, NumPy, Pandas, sklearn, Bouquet, Das, TensorFlow, PyTorch, Matplotlib. Okay, these all kinds of library we have in the Anaconda, already inbuilt it, already downloaded. Okay, along you will find that these all libraries along with the Anaconda distribution as you are downloading these all the things. Okay, but there are few libraries, okay, like the Keras. Okay, you will have to download that library after completion, after downloading this particular Anaconda repository. Okay, so we'll see that one, how to install the language, how to install packages as well. Okay, so try to download this thing. Okay, so after completion of this download, okay, we'll talk about this. So just go to the download, okay, and try to download this Anaconda distribution. And now let's go to our PPT, so we can go ahead with our further topics, which is nothing but the introduction to cybersecurity, which is cybersecurity is like a securing information systems. Okay, so see, if we talk about a cybersecurity, okay, so let me give you an example. Okay, let's say, like, let's imagine, okay, like you are working somewhere, okay, in some company, and like you are in front of your desk, you are working with your data, you are handling your data. Okay, and in the background, a hacker secretly accesses your company's confidential files, okay, from your systems. Okay, he steals sensitive information and sells it to a criminals, okay, who then hold the company ransom for a profit. Okay, it sounds like something out of movie, right? Okay, but unfortunately it's a common occurrence in today's online landscape. Okay, like on social media you will find that, like there is one like the latest cyber crime is there, like on Instagram, and you will find that, okay, like on a, like the Instagram status, you will find that, okay, like uh, you will find that one thing that, like your friend is just put it that just uploaded one status, and that status saying that yes, he just earned around just after investing a 50,000 amount or 20,000 amount, and after investing that particular amount within a within a day, okay, he just got or he just got the return around in lakhs, like 1,50,000, 1,20,000, like that. Okay, so which is nothing but the 100% return, or 100 and 20 150% return, he just generated in a one day. Okay, so just click to that particular link and you can be able to like generate that much of return, okay, just by investing like a 20,000 or 50,000 kind of amount. Okay, so I just saw one thing. Okay, okay, I just saw one thing. You will find that, okay, on the Instagram, okay, so many people just putting that kind of the status, okay, on Instagram. So which means that, okay, this is kind of a like a full-fledged scam, okay, which means that scammer just do one thing, okay, they just hack the Instagram, okay, of of anonymous person or anyone's Instagram, okay, and after hacking that Instagram, okay, they just put the status, okay, on that particular Instagram account, okay, and the the followers of that Instagram account, after seeing that status, they'll do the same thing, okay, they'll just connecting with the scammers, and now after sharing a the 50,000 transaction to the scammer, now the scammer is saying that just try to give some access to the the Instagram, just go to the Instagram and do this kind of thing, or he just try to hack the Instagram account. Okay, so that is kind of a latest cyber crime. Okay, so and you will find that another cyber crime like like the hackers are just asking a 200 crores, okay, ransom amount, okay, as a like the he just like the hacker did a attack on the server of AM system, okay, and the server were down for last 7 to 8 days, okay, and a hacker just asking for a ransom amount of around 200 crores in cryptocurrency. Okay, so that kind of scams, those are in the news. Okay, so to to just avoid those kind of scam, or to get the security from those kind of scam, okay, we need to understand cyber security. Okay, so we can say that cyber security is nothing but a process that designed to protect networks and devices from external threats. Okay, like we all know that businesses typically employ cybersecurity professionals. Okay, they hire the security professional to protect their confidential information, maintaining employee productivity, and enhance customer confidence in the different kinds of products and services. Yeah, so the word of cybersecurity revolves around the industry standard of confidentiality, integrity, and availability. Okay, now these three things are nothing but the pillars of cybersecurity. Okay, and what are those? Confidentiality. Okay, it means, okay, like a privacy. Okay, which means that data can be accessed only by authorized party. Okay, yeah, right, yeah. So anyone who knows, okay, what is integrity? Integrity, which means that just ensuring no change in the data. Okay, like we have the information, we can be able to add the information, like information can be added, or we can altered, or we can be able to remove only by authorized user. So you will find that after understanding this kind of what is cyber security, okay, we need to understand the different kinds of cyber crimes. So here you can see that there are so many number of different kinds of cyber crimes are there, okay, which were happen in the past. Okay, like you will find that the denial of service, DOS attack. Okay, so what is DOS attack? Unavailability of service. Like recently AIMS server is down. Okay, so that is nothing but the DOS, denial of service attack. Okay, where a hacker consumes all of server's resources, so there is nothing for legitimate users to access, right? Now we have malware. Okay, malware attack is there. Okay, so from a various different kinds of link, okay, like the hacker is sending to you, okay, or like the target, and the target trying to, like, hacker is saying that, okay, just based on that particular message or mail, okay, or some some social media post, he's just trying to you know uh, just getting into that, target is trying to get on the basis of post, okay, he just tried to download that particular software, or that particular click to that particular link, or just after clicking to that, okay, that malware automatically install in your system, right? Okay, and then uh, you know it just share all kind of data which is there in your system to the hacker. Okay, that is nothing but malware. Okay, so in a very proper terminology, you can say that, okay, where a malware, which is nothing but where victims are hit with worm or virus that renders their devices useless. Okay, now we have the man in the middle attack. Okay, where a hacker puts himself between a victim's machine and a router to sniff data packets, right? Okay, and what about phishing? Phishing is like, okay, the attacks, like a very hacker sends a seemingly legitimate looking email asking users to disclose personal information, and just after getting personal information of the target, now, like, the hacker is able to uh, like he can, like, the hacker can be able to withdraw some money in your bank. Okay, or he can target you just by just after getting some kind of information which is like the images or videos or any kind of information of your, okay, and he just kind of blackmailing you, right? So that is nothing but the phishing attack. Like, we have the so many different kinds of cyber attacks. Okay, we have like SQL injection attack, okay, birthday attacks, you know like we have the password attacks, like so many different kinds of attack we like ha- have. We can say that those attacks are nothing but the cyber crimes. Okay, so, like, who motivates hackers to do this kind of cyber crimes? Okay, like, who motivates? Okay, so you will find that, okay, basically the main motive behind the cyber crime is to disturb regular business activity and critical infrastructure, right? Like, cyber criminals also commonly manipulate stolen data to benefit financially or cause financial loss to a big company or that particular person, or damage a reputation to their brand, company, or that person, okay, or that target, okay, or achieve military objects or propagate religious or political beliefs. Okay, some don't even need a motive and might hack for fun. Okay, like, you can see that the script credits, okay, those are nothing but the just by they don't know, like, just for fun. Okay, they took they just copy and paste algorithm for a particular hack, and they just try to hack that particular kind of anything. Okay, like recently, okay, one child around 13-year-old, okay, latest news. So you will find that in the that particular that child, okay, uh, just hack his dad's mobile, and in overall house, okay, he just like the attach bluetooths everywhere. Okay, And now after uh, after his dad, okay, just went to cyber cyber police. So like after getting know that, okay, like his child doing all the things, okay, like which is it's a kind of a script kiddies, okay, which means that, okay, the like the person who don't know about the like this is a kind of a criminal activity, but just for fun, okay, he or her is doing the thing. Okay. Okay, great. So here you can see that, okay, this kind of thing. Okay, now after you see that, okay, uh, what are the different kinds of cyber criminals, or we can say that the hackers we have. Okay, like we have the black hat hackers, gray hat hackers, we have a white hat hacker. Okay, we have a again the suicide hackers, okay, script kiddies, cyber terrorists, so many types of hackers we have. Okay, so they do hacking, okay, with bad intention. Okay, like for they are looking for a ransom amount, or they are looking for a like like some malicious activity. Okay, they are conducting attack for different malicious activity. Okay, like bad these kind of hackers, black hat hackers, use fake identities to conduct malicious activity for a profit, right? Or like you will find that the different kinds of some reasons are there. Okay, like for some financial reason, for cause financial loss, for damage a reputation. Okay, like for stealing the information from target. Okay, like or some doing some propaganda. Okay, and what about gray hat hackers? like like the gray hat hackers like that. Okay, they are trying, they are finding out the uh, bug from a website, and after finding out that, okay, they are sharing that particular bug, and how they find out that one. Okay, and how to recover that bug, how to overcome that particular the loophole. Okay, of a website of that company. Okay, so after sharing that all the information with the company, like the gray hat hackers main aim is to they just want some you know uh, written. Okay, they want some price, or some kind of written they want. Okay, so they just sharing the all the kind of bug, so that is also known as a bug bounty. Okay, and if company just deny to just give any kind of written, okay, in written, so in that case, okay, they share all the details which they which they got. Okay, like those are nothing but the gray hat hackers. Okay, now what about white hat hackers? Ethical hackers, also known as a ethical hacker, they hack a network with permission of the company, right? Those are nothing but the white hat hackers. Okay, so you will find that, okay, like hackathons, some 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 kind of activities going there. Okay, there you will find that, like a recently like I think in Japan. Okay, you will find that one activity were there. Okay, like there is a group of hackers came to hack the like show like how to hack that particular thing, let's say iPhone. And within a within seconds, okay, like few seconds they hack iPhone. Okay, and like you will find that there uh, the team of iPhone is there. Okay, so they just came to the hacker and said like how they did that, like all the things. Okay, and they just paid the amount and okay, sort out that kind of thing. Okay, like you can also say that this kind of like white hat hackers work as a security analyst, right, to detect and fix flaws and protect against malicious hackers, right? Okay, then like you will find that, okay, like after this, okay, you will find that like so many different hackers, like a suicide hacker, like their aim to like openly bring down the critical infrastructure for a social cause. Okay, like we know that like as I told you, the script kiddies, okay, just like those are very unskilled hackers, you can say, who just run scripts and software created by more experienced hacker, right? Then we have a cyber terrorist, right? Like they create fear by disrupting large scale computer networks, okay, and motivated by religious or political beliefs, okay. And like you will find that the state sponsored hackers, activists, okay, like that, so many different kinds of hackers you will find out, okay. So this is a very short introduction about cybersecurity, what cybersecurity is, okay, what are the different cyber criminals you will find out, okay, over there. And different types of cyber crimes we saw, okay. Now after this, okay, let's talk about machine learning, because okay, this is the main terminology, okay, this is the second most important terminology for this particular webinar, which is nothing but machine learning, okay. So like I add one small definition, okay, like here machine learning, this is nothing but the science of getting computers to act without being explicitly programmed, right? So in machine learning, what we do, we just basically, okay, for implementing machine learning, we need some kind of data, right? So like here for this particular webinar, okay, we have been, okay, we'll be using, a data set for, okay, in the cyber security, okay, we are using a data set like created like for a malicious website, fake news data set, okay, we are using, okay, to build the model of machine learning, okay. So what is machine learning? So machine learning, it is a subset of artificial intelligence, okay, not a subset of data science, it is a subset of artificial intelligence, and where you can create your model, okay, for predicting a numerical value, okay, that is nothing but a regression kind of problem, or predicting a classes, that is nothing but a you know classification kind of problem, okay. After this you will find that there are so many different types of machine learning, okay, three main categories you will find out, okay. And this machine learning, you will find that, okay, like right now, okay, data science is the hottest skill, okay, to learn, as a you know lot of people, okay, are switching their career into data science, okay. And for data science, machine learning is very much important, okay. Like in data science, the main thing is to build the model, okay, because every problem has a solution, okay. Like one client just wanted to predict a liver disease, okay, whether a person can have a liver disease or not, okay, whether a bunch of people can have a liver disease or not. So based on few parameters, few attributes, you can say, so we'll try to find out, or we'll try to figure out the models which can predict whether any patient or any person, okay, just after getting the information of that person, okay, we can say that yes, that person is having a liver disease or not. Same for heart disease, like in the healthcare system, like in cyber security, okay, what are the different kinds of applications we have, okay, for machine learning. So as you know, in the same webinar, okay, we'll be explaining, or we'll be working on how to build a malicious website classification model. Okay, how to create that one, how to find out Android malware detection model, right? Just by using machine learning. And third one is nothing but a fake news detection. Okay, okay, these are the three applications of machine learning, okay, for in the cyber security domain. But you will find that there are so many applications of machine learning in cybersecurity domain, like creating a email spam ham folder. Okay, like which email is genuine or which is which is spam one. Okay, like email itself. Okay, just created three different groups, not three, four actually. And what are those? Primary, social, and promotion. Okay, you will find that in the primary, those who are interested, like the important emails. Okay, like in the social, you will find that the social emails from a social media like LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, and all kind of these social media apps. Okay, and promotions like few apps. Okay, those like you are interested in. Okay, like you just share your email ID with that particular like on that particular website. So those company are using your email ID, okay, to promote their products. Okay, so they are sharing emails for their products, okay, to you. Okay, so those all email you will find out on the promotion category, right? And the fourth category is nothing but a spam one. Okay, and you will find that, okay, in this email, that is nothing but a fourth category, which is a spam category. So how email just able to split all the emails for, okay, in these four categories, just by using machine learning, right? Okay, they created one algorithm which is just giving a very accurate result, let's say 99%, 98%, okay, accuracy result, like out of 100 emails or out of millions of email. Okay, like one or two is wrongly predicted, okay, or incorrectly predicted, like into a different category. Like instead of primary, it will be in a spam category, or it will be in a promotion, or it will be in a social category, right? Okay, so this is another application of machine learning for cyber security. Okay, so we'll talk about that, okay, in the later part of the session, in the applications of machine learning for cyber security domain. Okay, so before going into that, okay, let's talk about what are the different types of machine learning we have. Okay, so here you will find that we have the three main categories, or you can say that the three main types of machine learning. Okay, and what are those? First one, nothing but the supervised learning. Then we have unsupervised learning, and then we have reinforcement learning. Supervised learning is nothing but, okay, like for creating the model just by using supervised learning. For that we need a label data, right? So what is label data? Okay, let me show you. Okay, so if we talk about, let's say we have the data, uh, let's say like let's say we have the emails. Let's say we have the emails, right? Let me open a white pad so I can show you. Okay, so see guys, okay, when we talk about you know label data, okay, when we talk about supervised learning, for that we need a label kind of data. So see guys, okay, when we talk about the supervised learning, so here you can see that, okay, we have the data in terms of our input data. Let's say age. Second attribute is going to be the expected salary, and let's say third one is nothing but the whether a person, okay, just buy a particular item or not. Okay, so like, you know target, I can say. Okay, so if the person just buy this particular product, so we can say 1, otherwise we can say 0. Okay, you will find that the person name, okay, the person name, age, okay, expected salary, his education, his all kind of details we have. Okay, with serial number. Okay, because it's a customer. Okay, so you will find that the all kind of details. Okay, now here you can see that, okay, these three, or likewise you will find that the so many number of attributes like name, age, expected salary, and education, and all this kind of details which are nothing but the X data, or you can say that the your input data. Okay, so with the help of input data you can, okay, build your model. Okay, and just by using this target, this is going to be your Y data. This is nothing but the output data, which means that along with the input data you have the output data too. So that is nothing but the label, right? Okay, let me give you another example. Let's say you have an image of a, let's say, cat. Okay, so you can say that, okay, just after looking at this particular image you can say that yes, it is a image of cat, right? So you have the image, okay, and you just put this image into a particular folder. Okay, and you just rename, or you just rename that folder from new folder to a cat. Okay, so which is nothing but, okay, in that particular folder number of images you have. Okay, number of images you have of cat only. Okay, so that folder name is nothing but a cat. So which is nothing but all that images, okay, has a label of cat. Okay, which means that method just recognizes that your all the images, okay, has the label which is nothing but a cat, right? So this is nothing but a label data. Okay, and you can use that particular label data. Okay, you can use that particular label data for building a supervised learning model, right? Now here you can see that, okay, in the supervised learning itself there are two different categories. First one is a regression one, second one is a classification. So if we talk about regression, regression is, it is nothing but a, we are building a model which is predicting a, okay, if we talk about regression, okay, so we can say that we are solving a regression problem. So which means that we are predicting a numerical value. Okay, like we can say that, okay, uh, share price, okay, gold price, we can say that it's a temperature, we can say that age, we can say that height, weight, these all are nothing but in the numbers. Yes, so on the basis of like the data set which is there, like the name, age, whatever is there. Okay, so our aim is to find out, let's say, the expected salary. So we can say that on the basis of education, age, uh, again the different kinds of position. Okay, so how many number of experience. Okay, so on the basis of that we can say that, okay, we can just find out the expected salary of that person, right? So that is nothing but a regression problem. Okay, now what about classification? Like we are just predicting a, an image, whether that image is of a cat or a dog. So that is nothing but a classification, because you will find that there are two kinds of image only. Okay, one is for cat, one is for dog. Okay, so you will find that this is nothing but a object classification. Okay, so that is nothing but a purely a computer visions part. Okay, but we can say that, okay, it's a problem of classification because we are building a model. Okay, that is saying that yes, that is a image of cat or that is a image of dog. Okay, nowadays you can find that data like in computer vision. Okay, there is a tremendous growth you will find out, because like there is a YOLO V7 model. Okay, recently we got that model, and that model is able to detect every object, like the window, door, chair, you know yeah, ceiling fan, okay, the cupboard, the laptop, your mobile, the person, okay, any kind of object, okay, it is capable to detect. Okay, so that is nothing but a multi-class classification problem, right? Okay, if we talk about only two classes like dog or cat, so we can say that this is nothing but a binary class classification problem or two class classification. Okay, if we have the n number of objects, okay, so we can say that that is nothing but a multi-class classification problem. Okay, so after uh, understanding the supervised learning part, let's talk about the unsupervised learning. Okay, so as we know that, okay, in the supervised learning we need the label data. So for unsupervised learning we need unlabeled data, right? So now what is unlabeled data? Okay, so here you can see that, okay, if we talk about the unlabeled data, so here you can see that, okay, now in unsupervised learning, okay, like in unsupervised learning, okay, let's go here. Okay, in unsupervised learning you will find that only this much kind of data. Okay, only this much, only x, not y. Okay, only x you will find that. Okay, now in unsupervised learning what we do, so basically here you will find that in unsupervised learning, okay, we can go for a clustering. So if we explore more about clustering, which means that, okay, let's say we have a uh, you know the data, okay, and like let's say, let's take proper example for that. Let's say a, like the we have a 100 people, okay, and their heights, okay, right? Like the few people's height, okay, is more than 5 feet. Okay, few people's height, okay, is like a more than 7 feet. Okay, more than 7 feet. Okay, and few people's height is less than 5 feet. So we can say that if we just based on height, okay, we can be able to group the data, right? We can say that if the height is 7 feet or more than 7 feet, so we can say that yes, that person is a taller. Okay, if the height of a person is between 5 to 7 feet, so we can say that yes, it's a like a normal person with normal height. Yeah, right? Yeah, a person with normal height, we can say that. Okay, and if we say that if a person, okay, with height which is less than 5 feet, so we can say that the shorter, right? Okay, so this kind of grouping we can do, okay, just by using a clustering algorithm. Now in the clustering algorithm, okay, we can be able to group the data not just by using one single attribute, okay, as we took like as I took in the previous example, like in the height example. Okay, you will find that, okay, let's say one bank, okay, and bank has a like a 10,000 customers, right? And in the 10,000 customers you will find that the few customers, okay, those who are not like depositing the money, okay, not deposit the money, okay, on a regular basis, but few those who are constantly doing the transaction, whether they deposit or withdrawn. Okay, so just by using a that kind of thing, okay, the bank is coming up with a different kinds of offer, like for few people, okay, you will get a, like if you are constantly doing a transaction, okay, then you will get a call from a bank saying that yes, now you are eligible for a credit card, right? If we are doing a transactions like a more than the limit uh, of the bank, okay, like which is like not normal one, okay, like in a day you are doing a transaction of 50,000, okay, like you are doing that transaction continuously, and then you will surely get a call, okay. So that is nothing but a grouping. Okay, now another example of this, which is nothing but, okay, if you say, okay, like in the same you will find that, okay, if bank want to give any offer to his customer, okay, so just based on the area, okay, just he is just providing some kind of offer, okay, like based on some, like depends on some festival, okay, you will find that, okay, on like in a particular area or a particular region, you will find that that festival is very important for that particular region's people, okay. So at that time, okay, the bank is just using a grouping method, or you can say that the clustering method, okay, to group the data, and they are only like sharing that particular offer with the customers in that particular region, right? So that is what clustering is, right? Now, if we talk about dimensionality reduction, okay, so dimensionality reduction is nothing but a, let's say if we have a data of like a thousands of observations, we have thousands of rows of the data, or millions of rows we have, as well as thousands of attributes, means thousands of columns we have in our data set, okay. Let's say you will, okay, if we talk about in terms of a spreadsheet, okay, a normal Excel spreadsheet, so you will find that, yeah, you will find that around 10 lakhs rows are there in the spreadsheet, okay, and you will find that how many rows are there, sorry, how many columns are there, okay, 60,000 columns are there, okay. So if your data is bigger than that one, okay, bigger than that one, which is not capable to put that data into the, spreadsheet, or a Excel sheet, so at that time, okay, okay, you can go with the another option, okay, like online spreadsheet, okay. But okay, if you wanted to analyze that per kind of big data, so at that time you will have to implement dimensionality reduction method first, okay. Because with the help of dimensionality reduction, you will be able to reduce the dimension of data, which means that you will be able to reduce the columns of your data, okay. Let's say if you have 1,000 column, and if you implemented dimensionality reduction on your data, and that algorithm gave you only 100 important features, okay, so which means that you just reduce, or you just remove the 900 columns, right? Okay, with some loss in the variation of your data, with some loss of data you will find out there, okay. But how much loss? 2%, 3%, or 1%, or less than that, okay, depending on the, capability of, or the tolerance of the, tolerance level of the client, right? So this kind of methods which are present, okay, in the machine learning, okay, you can do that, or you can implement that method to reduce the dimensionality of the data, okay. Then we have the another term, which is nothing but the association rule, okay. So association rule, which is nothing but the, okay, this is the, you know thing that, okay, you can use in the transaction data set, okay. You can find out the association or relation between your products, okay, and those products which are very commonly, commonly bought by the customers, okay. So with the help of that, you can be able to create a association rule, okay. There are some algorithm like a market basket analysis or priori algorithm is there, okay, to create this kind of rule, okay. And there is one interesting term, okay, you will find that, okay, like recommendation engine. Okay, so recommendation engine, we can create this kind of engine just by using association rule. Okay, like on YouTube, if you search for any particular keyword, okay, let's say song, okay, like any particular song, okay, or any particular movie, so along with that particular movie, okay, you will get a suggestions of different movies which are very similar to that movie's genre, okay, or very similar to that movie, right? Which means that, okay, depending on some kind of similarity between the movies or that product, okay, e-commerce company or a very tech giant, okay, are try to suggest that another product to us, right? That is nothing but a recommendation engine. And in the recommendation engine, okay, we will be using association rule. Okay, now the third category of the machine learning, which is nothing but the reinforcement learning. Okay, so if we talk about a reinforcement learning, so in that you don't have to like use a data set. Like in the reinforcement learning itself, it's a kind of experiment. Okay, like along with the experiment, in the live experiment, it will collect the data, analyze it, okay, and it will give you a result. Okay, like you're playing a chess. So you will find that many a times, okay, like a, like there is a, some machines, okay, which are playing a games, which are playing a chess. So those are like in that machine you will find that reinforcement learning algorithm implemented. Okay, that's why they are capable to play chess, okay, live chess, okay, like in the chess tournament too. Okay, so this kind of different types you will find that in the machine learning. And machine learning is capable to do so many different things, okay, starting with predicting your data or grouping your data, reducing your data, finding the relation or the similarity between the products, or even it can be able to do experiment, live experiment, like playing a chess. Okay, like a self-driving car is another example of reinforcement learning. Like, you know along with collecting the information just by using the sensors or cameras, whether the person is near to that particular car or not. Okay, it is the car is taking the decision whether the car has to increase the speed or decrease the speed, or to just go with the brake, right? Like this. Okay, so this is the example of reinforcement learning. Okay, so here you can find that all the explanation about the supervised learning. And lastly, you will find that the different kinds of libraries for machine learning. Okay, so we'll be talking about this in the introduction to Python part. Now here you can see that, okay, it's an Anaconda distribution. I already downloaded and installed this in my system as well. So you will find that you can go over here. Okay, this is nothing but a Windows 11. So that's why you will find that some kind of difference, okay, in the Windows. Okay, here you can go and you can search for navigator if you are using a Windows 11. If you are using a Windows 10, so it's very easy to go and find out Anaconda navigator, because you will find that, okay, if you go to the Windows, okay, this kind of symbol, okay, go to this, because this kind of symbol you will find that over here, okay, instead of weather. Okay, so here just go over here, okay, and just find, you will find that one folder, okay, uh, with the name Anaconda 3, right? Okay, and in the Anaconda 3 folder you will find that, okay, the Anaconda navigator, Anaconda prompt, okay, Jupyter notebook, spider already installed, right? So let me go and open this Anaconda navigator first. Guys, along with me, you can open your Anaconda navigator. Okay, so like after opening, okay, you will find that, okay, the the platform or the web page which is very interesting one, because in the Anaconda Navigator you will find that the so many different kinds of IDs are there, along with the Jupyter Notebook, Spider. You will find that the Orange, you will find that the R Studio, as well as the PyCharm. Okay, these all kinds of, sorry, all kinds of IDs are there, and with this ID you will be able to do multiple things. Okay, so we'll be discussing that one. And then, okay, instantly we'll go with a Jupyter Notebook. To explore Jupyter Notebook, we'll see the shortcuts of Jupyter Notebook, how you can code fastly in Jupyter Notebook as well as in the Spider. Okay, and we'll see the basics of Python too. Now see, now these are the very important thing, guys, because in the Anaconda Navigator you will find that these many different things. Okay, like IBM Watson Studio is also there. Okay, like few are paid. Okay, like if you go with an PyCharm Professional, so this is nothing but a paid one. Okay, if you go with a PyCharm Community, so this is going to be a open source version of the PyCharm. Okay, so here you can see that. Okay, after installing Anaconda Navigator, you will find that Jupyter Notebook is there already launched. Okay, like here you can see that the few buttons. Okay, just the launch, and for few you will find that the install. Why? Because I already installed these many navigators, these many IDs. Okay, but I didn't install 4 IDs because, okay, more preferably, okay, I've been using R Studio. Okay, like independently. Okay, independently I downloaded this R Studio independently. So here you can see that, okay, for this webinar we need Jupyter Notebook, this one. Okay, this is already installed in your Anaconda Navigator as well as Spider. Okay, if in someone's Anaconda Navigator, if these two IDs are not installed, so just go and click to this button which is install. Okay, like right now. Okay, this is my button, like a this is a launch button. But in few you will find that a install, so you can go ahead and install that one. Just okay, it's very simple. Okay, so that's how you can go ahead and you can install any kind of ID. Okay, these many IDs you will find that total 14 IDs are there. Okay, you can use any one of these. Okay, but I am preferring that notebook, Jupyter Notebook and Spider. Okay, why? Because, okay, let me show you the interface of Jupyter Notebook. Okay, the web page of Jupyter Notebook, then you will understand why I am saying this one. Okay, so let's go here. Now here I created the shortcut for Jupyter Notebook. Let's go over here. Okay, after double clicking you will find that it is just opening. So why I am using Jupyter Notebook more frequently? Because there is a reason. Okay, because let's say if you are working in a company and like one client, okay, or your manager, let's say, just wanted to along with the code, he just wanted to check your progressive, like the progression for particular project. Okay, like how much you did in that particular project. Okay, so here you can see that, okay, I created one folder for this. Okay, in the desktop you will find that the one folder. Okay, in the Jupyter Notebook. Okay, after opening Jupyter Notebook, okay, you will find that just double click to this. Okay, just double click to this Jupyter Notebook, or you can go here and launch Jupyter Notebook. Okay, you will get a same interface. Okay, this kind of, see, this kind of thing. Okay, you will see like this. Okay, you will see like this. Okay, so you can go anywhere anywhere you can go, any one of the folder like a downloads document. Okay, I am preferring desktop. Okay, that's why I created one folder over there. Okay, and here in the folder you can see that, okay, I just created a multiple files. Few are of Jupyter Notebook. Okay, the format of Jupyter Notebook is nothing but the IPYNB. Okay, IPYNB. So I created two files. See here, and these files .py. Okay, these files are for the spider one. Okay, so here you can see that. See, I just created one file which is already there. Okay, but if you wanted to create a new file, because you haven't created any file, so that's why you have to create a new file, na? So here you can see that, go to here. Okay, just go here new. Okay, you will find that, okay, you can create a new folder, you can create a text file, you can create a new terminal as well. But our aim is to create a new notebook. So here you can see that Python 3. So see, okay, just by clicking to this, okay, I'm able to create a new notebook. See, few seconds ago. Okay, I just created a new notebook, and you can put a rename. Okay, you can go and rename this particular notebook, or you can see that the this many buttons. Okay, you can see that the this many, the some options are there. Okay, so let me go and explain this one by one to you. So here you can see that, okay, the file option is there. Okay, here with the help of file option you can be able to create a new notebook. Okay, just by using a notebook as well. So see, we are in a notebook, right? And you can create a new notebook from here as well. You can open a already existed notebook. Okay, you can create a copy of that notebook, you can save this, rename it. Okay, and you can save this and checkpoint this. Okay, just by using a control S. Okay, you can download this notebook after creating all the notebook. Okay, you can download this notebook in this many formats. Okay, like you can download this notebook in HTML, this text, this MD, this is markdown, which is nothing but a, like in the GitHub it will be very helpful. So that's why you can go ahead and download this file into this particular node, this file format as well. Okay, it's a Jupyter Notebook file format .ipynb. Okay, you can create a PDF as well as you can create a, a py file, which is a, you can see in the spider as well. You can create a slides.html, or even you can create HTML files. Okay, so that's how you can, okay, do so many things. Okay, now here you can edit the cell, you can do multiple operations on the cell, you can merge the cell, right? You can split the cell. See, you can do so many different things. Okay, just by using this particular edit option. Now here you can see that the view, how you can view your notebook. Like if you have to view your notebook like with this, along with this input. Okay, this is nothing but the input 1 2. You will find that after running this, okay, after running this particular cell, you will find that the one value is there. Okay, if I run again, so you'll find that the two value is there. Okay, so you can go with the different kinds of view options as well. Okay, you can insert the cell, like I just wanted to insert the cell above or below. So here you can see that we will be able to insert the cell. Okay, then we have the cell option. You can run the selected cell, you can run all the cell, you can run all the above cell like this. You can, as well as you can run all the below cell as well. See, cell type. Okay, we'll talk about this over here in the cell type. Okay, then we have the kernel. Okay, we'll talk about this into this particular thing. Okay, where, okay, over here. Okay, then we have the weights. Okay, which is again not important, but in the help you will find out the references. Okay, that's what I just wanted to show you. Okay, because here you will find that the different kinds of references, which is very popular. Okay, if you wanted to explore more about Python, so you can go ahead and you can use this reference. Like for NumPy, you can use this reference. This is the official site of NumPy. Again, this is the official site for SkyPy, Matplotlib. This is a very popular data visualization library. This is a very popular, creating n-dimensional arrays, okay, library, as well as some simple statistical analysis as well. Okay, with the help of SkyPy, you can be able to do clustering. Okay, with the help of Pandas library. It's a very, very, very important library, Pandas library. Okay, because with the help of this, you will be able to do a data pre-processing, as well as you can be able to import your data. That is the only library which is okay. With the help of this library, you can import your data. Okay, multiple formats data you can be able to import. Okay, then we have the SumPy library. Okay, SumPy library. Okay, like so many different things. And the one more thing is the keyboard shortcuts. Okay, you will find that. Okay, okay, you will find that the most important keyboard shortcuts. Okay, like like this is a coding cell. Okay, if you wanted to convert this coding cell from coding cell, okay, let's say, let me go with let me show you. Yes, this is exactly a coding cell. Okay, let me run this. Okay, you will find that. Okay, and with the help of mm, okay, let me run this, and here you can see that the output. Okay, so here you can see that this is a coding cell input value. Okay, and I just added some code. Okay, so here also you can see that the code, you can transform this cell type from coding cell to markdown cell. Okay, so now here you can see that we just, now here this is a markdown cell. Now why we use markdown cell? Because, like, let's say if you are working on particular code of machine learning, you created one algorithm, and then your aim is to explain this particular algorithm. Okay, because you are sharing this particular file with your colleagues. Okay, so colleagues should understand this kind of file, what this particular exactly code is. Okay, why we created this particular code. Okay, to understand this, you just explain your code in the markdown cell. Okay, above or below. Okay, whatever it is. Okay, but if you just created a markdown cell, you just add some comments or explanation about your code, so it's very helpful to understand your code, right? So that's why we need a markdown cell. Okay, now in the markdown cell itself, you can go for a heading cell too. Okay, you can go for a heading cell. Now see that. Okay, I went for a heading cell, but here you can see that it is showing that it is a markdown cell. I didn't change this type. Okay, but still it is saying that it is a markdown cell. Okay, now markdown cell is very similar to heading cell. Why? Because in the markdown cell, if you add the hash, okay, so you will find that this is going to be the heading cell. Okay, now if you wanted to change the font size of the heading, so you can add the number of hash. Okay, how many? 6. Okay, this many hashes you can be able to add to set your the size of the heading. So you will find that. See. Okay, so this is what we can do in the markdown cell. Okay, now here you can see that as I change this markdown cell, okay, like a coding cell into a markdown cell. So now I just wanted to change the coding markdown cell into the coding cell. Now what to do? So here you can see that just I'll use a y. Okay, y button. Okay, after just pressing the y button, okay, just click to this. Okay, and press the y button, because see, now it is a coding cell. Now if I press the m button, okay, so here you can see that now I just converted this cell into the markdown cell. If again, okay, I just wanted to convert this cell from markdown cell to coding cell, so let's go and convert this cell from markdown cell to coding cell just by using y. Okay, if you wanted to shift this cell, okay, from like if you wanted to create a new cell, so you can go and use a B, okay, for creating a new cell below. Okay, that's why you can use a B letter. Okay, if you wanted to create a uh, new cell above to your cell, so you can use a button. So see, this is how you can use a multiple shortcuts. Okay, and these codes, okay, these shortcuts are very important. Okay, like here you can see that as I use a x equal to 1, okay, so instead of running this particular cell from here, you can go ahead and you can use a control plus enter, right? Control plus enter to run this particular cell, and you can get the output again by using a control plus enter to just go and print this particular cell. Okay, now here let's say if I just wanted to use a again this thing, okay, and here you can see that, okay, I just wanted to run this particular cell and get the new cell. Okay, then what to do? Just I'll be using a shift plus enter. Now just by using a shift plus enter, here you can see that I'm able to run this particular cell as well as I got the new cell. Okay, that's what you can see over here. Okay, you can see different things over here. See, you can different things. Okay, select all cell, okay, insert cell above like this. Okay, so many different things. Okay, you can see, and with the help of this, okay, these shortcuts will improve your speed of writing code, right? We will be explaining you like all these things, because see, for okay, it will take uh, so much amount of time, okay, to write the code and then explain you and then run. Okay, so that's why I created all the code. Okay, so here you can see that just created all the code. Okay, and check this one. Okay, and let me clear all the output so we can able to go with the codes only, with the inputs only, not the outputs. Okay, so here you can see that, okay, this is what we can say that this is a Python code. Okay, so as we know that it is a very popular programming language. Okay, and see, Python was created by Guido van Rossum. Okay, so you will find that. Okay, and he just released like Python in 1991. Okay, and nowadays we will be using Python for data science. Okay, for web development, for software development, for system scripting, as well as for like in mathematics as well, we'll be using this one. Okay, so if we talk about, okay, the use cases of Python, so with the help of Python we can create a web application. Okay, like we have a Kiwi app. Okay, with the help of that we can create a mobile application as well as web application. Okay, we have a Flask, right? So with the help of Flask package you can be able to create a web application. Okay, you can do many more things. You can build the model, okay, like just by using a Python libraries like sklearn, tensorflow, keras, pytorch, pycaret. These are the libraries. With the help of this you can be able to create your models of machine learning. Okay, now why to use Python? Okay, so basically it's a you can use Python on different operating systems like a Windows, Mac, Linux, as well as Raspberry Pi as well. Okay, then Python has a simple syntax similar to the English language. Okay, here you can see that, okay, Python saying that just print hello world, this particular syntax. Okay, this particular string you can say. Okay, so hello world we are printing just by using a print function. Okay, so here you can see that. Okay, it's a very beginner friendly language. Okay, and it's very simple. Its syntax are very similar to English language. Yeah, so that's why, okay, you will find that the many developers, those who are working in Python, those who can be able to create 1,000 line of code as well. Okay, and you will find that it is a object oriented language. Okay, and you can do so many different things in with the help of Python. Okay, you can create apps as well, Android apps as well. Okay, like many uh, like apps, you will find that just search for the Python created apps which are very popular. So you will get a list of all the apps, okay, just created using Python, okay, which are there online on Play Store as well. So now let's talk about these codes. Okay, so here guys, okay, if we talk about very first thing, okay, we can do, okay, while we are start learning any language, so at that time, okay, you can see that we are just printing hello world, right? So that's what we are doing over here. Okay, let's go and run this. Here you can see that we just printed this particular hello word. This is nothing but a string, and we are writing a string, means a word or a text. Okay, just by using a single quote or double quote, you can change this double quote to a single quote, and then also you can be able to run this particular line of code. Okay, now here you can see that the second thing is the indentation. So now what is indentation? So here you can see that when we are creating a function, when we are writing a statements, loop, so at that time we need to add a space or a block of space. So this space is nothing but a indentation. Okay. So with the help of this, it will be very easy to identify that with the help of this particular condition, if this condition true, so then print this particular statement, otherwise do not print anything, right? So here you can see that with the indentation it will be very easy to run this particular condition, which is nothing but a if statement. Okay, so here you can see that, okay, I just remove the indented block over here from over here. So and let me try to run this. Okay, now what it is saying, indentation error. Okay, you will have to read the errors as well. If you know the error, if you have the capability to read the error, so you can be able to just get that particular, you can be able to run that particular line of code. Okay, after you can, after getting that particular error, after reading that particular error. So here you can see that it's just a indentation error and it is showing some arrow over here. Okay, print means before print you will have to add a space, expected and indented block over here, right? So you can see that you just know how to read the errors. Okay, so if you know the reading pattern or the pattern of the error, so you can be able to remove that particular error. Okay, so now here after this, here you can see that, okay, this is a another if else statement. Okay, if condition, this is the first if condition, this is another if condition. Okay, now here you can see that, okay, if I am providing a you know the tab, okay, and if I remove the tab, so here what just happened, okay, because I just add a very small space of indentation, but I provided that indented block over there, right? So this is again the indented block. Okay, see here. Okay, not the error. Why? Because here you can see that this is a separate statement. See, this is a separate statement, and you will find that this is another separate statement. Okay, and for the statement, okay, I provided the small part of indented block, and for this I provided a two tabs for a indented blocks. Okay, so for both I got the output, right? What about this one? It will raise the error, right? Because okay, in the same statement, if my arrangement of code is not this with the same indented blocks, so definitely it will raise the error. So let me show you. Okay, now what it is showing, that indentation error, okay, unexpected indent. Okay, now here you can see that again it is showing that print, okay, before printing, which is unexpected indent. Okay, so here you can see that, okay, let me change the, let's from 5 to let's go with the 2, so then you can be able to understand the error, you can read the error. So see here, now it is showing that before print, okay, as you added the indented block which is unexpected, right? So which means that either I'll have to go with this indentation, or either will have to go with this. Okay, let me run this, see, and if I go with this one, so again we'll get the output, right? So that's the point, guys. As I show you, we can able to create a markdown cell, but for few times, okay, for many times you will find that, okay, as you created in the Jupyter notebook, you will be able to run the one cell. Okay, you can add the number of line of code, okay, in the one cell, as many number as you want. You can run as many number of code as you want in a one cell. Okay, but it should be formatted properly, then you can be able to. Okay, now here the second thing is that the comment, how you can create the comment. Okay, because many a time you will find that instead of markdown cell, you will have to add the comment inside a coding cell, right? So at that time, okay, how to do that? So at that time just use a hash. Okay, if you are using a hash, so which means that you will be able to create your comment for that particular line of code. Okay, see, so if instead of this is my line of code, and if I go here and add the hash, so which means that, see, okay, now I converted this code into the comment, right? So that's what we can change. We can make a change into the coding cell as well. So let me go and run this. So here you can see that the coding cell ignore this particular line, because this line starts with a hash, so which means that this line is a comment. Okay, and coding cell just recognize this particular cell, okay, this particular line of code, which is nothing but a print hello world. Okay, so that's how you can add your comment. You can add the comment after your code just by adding a hash. You can add a comment below to your code. Okay, that's how you can add your, comment. Okay, many a times, okay, like sometimes you are working on a particular project, okay, and you created a lot of code. Okay, so no one wants to erase your code. Okay, no one wants to erase the code. Why? Because that code is very much important, because you have written that code. Okay, so instead of removing that code, or deleting that code, you can simply put the hash. Okay, because okay, many time you will find that after, see, after removing that code, if you need the same code, like later part, for later part, so at that time you will have to again type that code, right? So for that, to avoid that mistake, okay, you can do one thing. You can add the hash before that particular line of code that you don't want in your you in your current work. Okay, so you can do this thing. You can comment out the particular code. Okay, so let's go and run this. So here you can see that you can add a multiple lines of code, okay, by using by adding a hash to each line, or you have another option. Okay, this is a standard one. Okay, you can add a triple double quotes or triple single quotes. Okay, if you added a triple single quote or triple double quote, so then you will be able to add a multiple lines of code. Okay, but you will have to add a triple single code to the at the beginning of the comment and at the end of the comment, right? And you can add the comment as many lines as you want. So this is nothing but a multi-line comment. Okay, this is nothing but a multi-line comment you can add. Now after this, okay, here we'll start with the variables. So now what is variable? So we can say that variables are just the containers who store the data values. Okay, so here you can see that x equal to 5. So x is nothing but the variable. Okay, and 5 is a value, which means that x is just the container who is storing this particular value. Okay, now y is a container who is storing the this particular string value. So string value, or you can say that the text value. Okay, so let's go and run this. So here you can see that. Okay, this is nothing but the variables. Okay, now okay, there is one big problem for this variable. Okay, like if you created the multiple variables and if you wanted to print those multiple variables at a time in the same cell, so you can't go ahead like this. Okay, you will have to use a print method. Okay, if you go with this, so you will find that, okay, the see, you will get the output for last one only, not the first one as well. Okay, you will get the last one only. Okay, the output of last one only. So here also you can see that, okay, you will get the output of x, not y. Okay, because here first we are added a x and then we added a y, so that's why you will get a value for y. Here you can see that. Okay, now for here, okay, first you added a y then x, so which means that you got the output for x, not y. Okay, the same here. Okay, so if you wanted to again go ahead with the same method, like you don't have to go with a print method. So at that time, so you can just use one cell for printing one variable like this. Okay, so here you can be able to get your output, output, single variables output. Okay, here you can see there is a integer value, so we can say that the type of this variable, suppose we say that the type of variable is nothing but, in this case is nothing but this is a string value, right? Okay, we can say value, this is an in python we can say if value, or we can say this is nothing but, we can say that a data type of text is nothing but a string. Okay, in simple words we can say that the struct. Okay, the str only. Okay, so type of this variable is x. Okay, so okay, so we got the output, not the output. Write this value because first we use a x variable equal to again equal to this text. Okay, instead of assigning to 4, python will assign the last value to the x variable. Okay, so if you wanted to go ahead like this, you will have to create a new variable name, not like this. Okay, if you go ahead with capital X, so if you go ahead with the same variable name, so you will find that you will get the output for this text 4. Okay, so which means that python is understood guys, python language. Okay, if you are using a lower case, so which means that that is another variable. If we are using a same letter but in uppercase, that is another variable, right? Okay, now here this is nothing but the casting method. Okay, this is nothing but the casting method, as we saw the different types. Okay, this is an integer type, this is a struct type. Okay, you will find that again the more number of types we'll see. Okay, like a floating point, complex type, right? The dictionary, set, tuples, list, series, data frame, we'll see that one again, okay, in the later part of this session. Okay, now guys, here you can see that, okay, this is the casting method. Okay, now in the casting method what we do, so simply here you can see that this is a 3 value. Okay, and you can see that this is a numeric value, right? This is a numeric value, and I just wanted to convert this numeric value data type into a text value data type. So we are using a str and that particular value. Okay, in the same way, this is a floating point number, float. Okay, 3.0, this is a decimal point, you will find that 3.0. Okay, so type of this value is nothing but a float. Okay, and I just wanted to convert the float into the integer. Okay, so you will get the output only like this, only 3. Okay, in the same way, if you wanted to convert integer into float, okay, you can just add the integer and you can use a float, okay, for casting, and it will change the data type. Okay, let's go and run this. Okay, now here you can see that, let me go and run this. Now here I just converted this integer data type into a structure or a string data type. But here you can see that, okay, I got the same output. Okay, but let's see the type. Okay, you will find that. Let's run this. Okay, now here you can see that in the if you are using the x variable name only to get the output, so here you can find that, okay, you got the output in the string. Okay, because how we write the string, will use the single quote or double quote. Okay, so as a output, if Python wants to give you an output in terms of string, so it will use a single quote. Okay, always. So here you can see that, okay, the type as well. See, the type is nothing but a string. We have now x variable, y variable. Okay, the value for x variable is 5, value for y variable is text. Okay, which is nothing but John. Okay, and here what we are doing, okay, we are printing the type of x variable. See, it is Python is a very easy language to read. Okay, what we are doing here, okay, you can be able to read the code as well. Okay, we are doing here, we are just printing the type of x variable, right? Okay, again we are printing the type of y variable. So let's go and run this. And now here you can see that, okay, it will, okay, print function give me the output in terms of the classes, saying that the first class of the variable is nothing but the integer and second class of variable is nothing but the string. Now, okay, Python, as I told you, Python is a case sensitive language, so it will not overwrite a variable, a small variable or capital, a a small case a or capital case a. Okay, if I change the value of this, let me run this, see the value of a and see the value of capital A. Again, here you can see that, okay, a will not overwrite small a. Okay, as I told you earlier. Okay, now there are, there is a way to create, or there is a way to write a variable names. Okay, so what is a legal way to write a variable name? So let me show you. Okay, so, okay, if we talk about writing a variable's name, so we can say that variable name must start with a letter, okay, or a underscore character. Okay, variable name must start with a letter or underscore character. So here you can see that we are creating a variable name with the underscore character, and let me run this. I got the output. Okay, I didn't get any, error. Okay, which means that, okay, it's a legal variable name. Okay, if I go with this variable name 3a, let me run this. Okay, what it is saying, okay, error saying that it's a syntax error. Okay, which means that try to add a legal variable name, right? So here you can see that this is a legal variable name. Okay, instead of 3a, if I go with a a3, okay, this is a legal variable name. Understood? Okay, so which means that variable must start with a letter or underscore character. Okay, and then you can add the as you can add the, numbers, as many numbers as you want. Okay, in your variable name. Okay, you can add the, like the n numbers after the this three. Okay, you will see that, okay, you will get a, like the cell is running. Okay, not giving you any error. Okay, now here you can see that, Okay, this is another, in a small case. Okay, either you can use a, uppercase or lowercase. The results are same. You will get an the output. Okay, okay, it will give you an error. Why? Because it's a illegal one. Okay, we can't assign any operator. This is a subtraction operator, right? Okay, we are using this symbol to subtract the one value from another value, right? So that's why we got the error. We can't use a this particular symbol to create a variable name. Okay, so likewise we can't use any symbol. Okay, we can't use any symbol to create a variable name. We can use only a to capital case, a to small case z. Okay, 0 to 9 numbers and uppercase to create a variable name. Okay, now here you can see that this is a small case age. Okay, and let's say if I wanted to just get the value for this particular variable, and instead of using a small case age, okay, I'll be going with capitalize age. Okay, which means that the first letter of the age word is a capital. Okay, so let's go and run this, and I got the error. And what error says? Name error, saying that name age variable is not defined. Okay, so before printing the age, we'll have to define the age variable with capital A, right? So here, if you change the value from a capital A to small a, so it will definitely give you an output. Okay, so which means that this variable is totally different than this variable, right? So we can say that Python is again case sensitive language. Okay, we just cross checked it, right? Now these are the number of legal variables names you can create. Okay, likewise you can create the multiple, like there are infinite options for creating these variables. Okay, names. Now after these, what are the illegal variables name? Like you can't start a variable name with the number. This is illegal one. You can't add any symbol into for creating a variable name. Again, this is a you will get an error. Okay, you can add a space for creating a variable name. Okay, you can, okay, see, these all are nothing but the illegal variable names. Now after this, okay, many time you will find that, let's say into a, for a for creating a census data. Okay, so you will find that in the census data you will find that the multi-line variable name, or a multi-word variable name. Okay, so at that time, okay, there are different methods, okay, to write multi-word variable names. So like this is the first method. Okay, this is the first method to write a multi-word variable names, and you can say that this is a camel case. Okay, in the camel case, each word except the first word, okay, like this is the first word, each word except the first word start with a capital letter. This is nothing but the camel case. Now second case is nothing but the, the Pascal case. In that each word is starts with a capital letter. This is nothing but a Pascal case, right? Each word starts with a capital letter. Okay, and what about third one? This is a snake case. This is a snake case, and most people are preferring this snake case to write a multi-word variable names, because here, okay, if you compare these three variables name, which is very suitable to read, okay, just with in the snake case, each word is separated by an underscore character, right? So that's why here it is very easy to read. Okay, that's why most of the people, okay, those who are using Python to create their code, okay, those are using the, snake case. Okay, now here you can create a multi-value to multiple variables. Okay, like here xyz, I just wanted to create a three different variables, and I added the three different values to it, either in terms of number or in terms of string data. Okay, so let's go and run this, and here you can see the output. Okay, like x variable is x variable assign a value which is nothing but the orange, y variable assign a value which is nothing but banana, and for z which is cherry. Okay, okay, you can assign a many values, or one value to multiple variables. Okay, in the same way, see, x equal to y equal to z equal to the value. So you can see that for each variable we got the same value. Okay, now here, okay, let's see. Okay, here you can see that. Okay, now what we are doing, okay, we are just going with the checking how to just go for addition. Okay, so see, there is one thing that, okay, we can add the value, okay, like 1 plus 2. Okay, we can add the 1 plus 2 because the data type of both are nothing but the numbers. You can say that the integer 1 is an integer, 2 is an integer. Okay, so we can simply add this 1 plus 2 equal to 3. Okay, so what about the string data, what about this text data? So here you can see that, okay, this is x data. Okay, and type of this is nothing but string. Okay, this is nothing but the again the string data, and I'm adding this. Okay, I'm adding this by using this print method, and let's go and run this. Okay, we got the output. We got the output because here you can see that, okay, this is the x variable. We just assign a value to x variable which is nothing but awesome, right? Now we try to print the type of x variable as well as the type of this particular text data, or a text string you can say. Okay, again the type of this both, which are nothing but a string. Okay, and after printing this one by adding these two data type, these two values, okay, because the data types are same, so that's why we are able to add these two strings, right? Okay, now here you can see that, okay, Python is awesome. Okay, again we have the two. Okay, you can go ahead like this as well. Okay, now as we know, we can simply go ahead and uh, use a addition operator, okay, to add the two numbers as well as the two data points. Okay, and those data points should be, okay, the same data types, right? Now here you can see that, okay, one is one variable's data type is integer, one variable's data type is string. So now instead of casting, okay, let's say if I remove this one and let's run this, so what it is saying that type error. Okay, and in the error it is saying that unsupported operand types. Okay, for addition operator, these are unsupported types because we can't add the integer or and string. Okay, for that I'll have to convert the either this string into the integer or this integer into the string. So see here, we can't convert this text value into the integer. It's not possible, right? So we can convert this particular 5 into the string. So that's what we did over here. This is nothing but the casting. Okay, let's go and run this. Okay, and here you can see that one. Okay, now, okay, like this, okay, you can do so many different things. Okay, now here you can see that the type of the you know data type in the numbers, you can find that the integer, float, and complex. Okay, and you can see so many different things as well. Okay, and we can do multiple things as well, okay, over here. Okay, so that's why here you can see that. Let me open the spider, okay, to show you how we can run the code in the spider as well. So you will find that it is open source, but it is it is just giving us an update for latest version. Okay, you don't have to pay anything, so it is very cool. Okay, Now guys, here you can see that, okay, this is the data types. Okay, I just wanted to show you this thing. Okay, so before this, just go here. So now here you can see that, okay, the main thing is, okay, this is, okay, here this is some kind of path you can see. Okay, so I just wanted to change this path from here to my folder which I store this all the notebooks. Okay, I selected this folder, and here now you will find that in the files you will find that all the files. Okay, data type, string, operators, conditional statements, and loops. Okay, now guys, here you can see that, okay, we have the three different windows, right? Okay, this is the first window, this is the second window, this is the third window. Now what is this? So here you can see that this is the first window. Here you can create your code. Okay, you can create as many number of line of code as you want. Okay, now here you can run your code. Now how to run this code? Okay, how to run this particular code over here? So simply just go here. Okay, just put your cursor, okay, to the line of code that you wanted to run, and just go here. Okay, just go here, which is this one. Okay, and okay, click to this. Now here you can see that, okay, just by pressing this thing, okay, you will be able to run this particular line of code. Okay, now in the console you run this, but the output you can see over here, which means that there is a separate window in Spider where you can see your output. Okay, this is very cool guys. Okay, this feature of Spider is very cool because here you can see that the variable name is a, the type of variable is integer, the size of the variable is 1, and the value of the variable is 5. So you can see that not only output, you will find that the size, you will find that the type, you will find that the name and value as well. See, okay, this is very cool feature. Now second thing is that, okay, in Spider you can run your full file. Okay, so this is my file, so let me show you, this is the file. Okay, see, this is my another file, you can see. Okay, this is my another file, and I just wanted to run this full file, okay, in a one click. So here you can see that the green button, okay, this triangle. So just go and run this. So now here you can see that, okay, in a one go, okay, I'm able to run all the file now in the one. Okay, here you can see that it is saying that just add the name. So that's why I just wanted to stop the running for this particular file. Okay, because in that, for this particular line of code, okay, I just wanted to add the name. Okay, because you know here you can see that we are just adding the one function. Okay, and we'll show you how you can input your data. Okay, so that's why. Now here you can see that, okay, this is the file. Okay, and here you can see that the types of, in the numbers you will find that the integer, float, and complex numbers, right? Like in elementary school, okay, we saw this. Okay, the integers, floats, and the complex number. Okay, the rational number, prime number, this all kind of thing. Okay, now here you can see that this 5 is nothing but the integer, right? Let me run this. Okay, and see the type is nothing but the integer. Okay, you can see the output in the variable explorer tab. Okay, here you can see that the four option, help, okay, in the second window. And in, if you wanted to just go and read the all the tutorials, so you can go ahead and read all the tutorials for all the packages. Okay, now here you can see that this is the variable explorer. Here you can see the outputs, and here you can see the plots. Okay, here you can see the plots, and this is the, the files where you can, where you can open your file. Okay, from here. Okay, and from here you can open any folder. Okay, so you can be able to, run that particular file in that particular folder as well. Now here you can see that, okay, this is a particular 2.0, so we can say that the type is nothing but the float. You can see over here the float. Okay, now okay, after this, okay, here you can see that 1 plus 2j. Okay, so 1 plus 2j, which means that, okay, here you can see this is a complex number. Okay, it's a very interesting part for writing a complex number in Python, because here you can see that there is a letter j. Okay, so basically in like in our primary school, how we used to write complex number by using I letter, right? 1 plus 2i. Okay, that's how we can write a complex number in, in our primary schools. Okay, but here in Python, the j letter is assigned, okay, to create a, complex number. So if you go ahead for writing a complex number, so you will have to use the j letter for creating a complex number, then only you can create a complex number, otherwise you can't. Okay, if you instead of j, you can, if you go ahead with I, so you will find that you see the red cross mark, okay, which is saying that this is a invalid syntax. Okay, if you go ahead with the j, so this red dot is removed. Understood? Okay, now after this, here you can see the another type of, data type, which is nothing but a list. Okay, and that's okay what we know. Okay, because we'll be we'll be dealing with list, we'll be dealing with dictionary for creating data frame, as well as we'll be dealing with series, we'll be dealing with, okay, data frame. Okay, for handling lots of data. Okay, so here you can see that this is a list. Okay, you can create a mixed list with a mixed data type. You can see that the few values in the list are nothing but the text, and few values which are nothing but the numbers. Understood? So let's go and run this. Okay, you can see this is a pure numeric list, and this is a pure string list. You can create the multiple list. Okay, either pure numeric or pure string or mixed list. Okay, here you can see that the pure string list. Okay, this is a mixture. Okay, and now let's talk about the slicing. Okay, now what is slicing, guys? So basically, slicing, with the help of slicing, you can be able to extract the one single value of your data. Okay, one single value of your data, or a one single value from the list. Okay, let's say here you can see that, okay, this is a list one. Okay, this is a list one, and I just wanted to extract a second index value. Okay, so let me go here. Okay, see, we are just printing the list one. Okay, we just wanted to extract the second index value from this particular list. Okay, and we'll print this particular value over here, you can see. Okay, so let me go and run this and see that after printing this, you will find that the 2014 value. Okay, and you will see that the same value over here on the second index of this particular list one. So you can see that the see list two, here you can see the values. The size of the list is nothing but the 7. Type of the list is the list, and that these many values we have, okay, in the list. Now the one thing is that you can find over here, okay, this is the slicing method. Now here you can see that the slicing to the end. Okay, this is the method, we can say that slicing to the end, because we didn't provide any value for the end slice, or a end index. So here you can see that, okay, what we are doing over here. Okay, from the index 3, okay, this is a 0 index 1 2 3, from index 3, which means that 4 5 6 7. Okay, so you will see that the in the output you will see these many values. Okay, let me go over here, let me put my cursor to this line, and let me run this. And here you can see that we got the same output, 4 5 6 7. This is a negative indexing. Okay, so we just wanted negative indexing, start with -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6, -7, like this. Okay, So here let's go and run this, and here you can see that. Always remember guys, last index is excluded, so that's why last index is not present over here. Okay, see, so that's why we took the 654 value, which means that 456 this value. Okay, and here you can see that indexing, okay, the negative indexing to the end. Okay, negative indexing to the end. Let me go and run this, which means that if you want the last index as well, so you can put your negative index the first one and don't put any index in the last. Okay, so that's how you will get the last value as well. Okay, so this is how you can do the slicing, and this is again very much important in interviews as well. So many times, okay, interviewer ask you about the slicing. If you want to, let's say, interview ask you to create the list, and it will ask you to, just if you want to extract the only two values, any particular two values, so how to extract that? Okay, so that kind of question, okay, if there, so you can use the slicing method. We have the another term, okay, this one, okay, the list one, okay, and you can see that you can go ahead with the print. Okay, now why I'm showing you this, okay, why I created this? Because to show you we can able to edit the list, we can able to edit the list, we can change the values of list, right? So here you can see that, okay, here we can simply changing the value of list. Okay, so the list one, we are saying that just wanted, we are just wanted to change the value of index 2 from the 2013 to 8055. So let's go and run this, and here let's again print the list one, and now here you can see, okay, we just change the list from Python basics 8055 2014 instead of 2013. So we can say that lists are mutable. Lists are mutable means we can able to update the list. Okay, so here you can see that, okay, we can do the again the different things. Okay, like see, okay, again you can see that we just change the list. Okay, now let's go and create the again the new list. Okay, now here you can see that this is the list. Okay, if you wanted to delete your list, okay, as well as if you wanted to delete the one particular value in your list, then you can use the del method. So see, with the help of del method, we are just removing or deleting the second index value. Let's go and run this, and here you can see that in the print you will find that the only three values are there. We just remove the 2013 value, right? Okay, this is how we can remove the value from the list. Okay, now if you wanted to add the any value into your list, so how to add it? Okay, create one list. Okay, let's go over here, okay, and use the append method. Use the append method. So just by using the append method, you will be able to, add that particular value into your list. So here you can see that first this is your list. Okay, this is your list. You just go with the inbuilt function, which is the append function. Okay, you added the value to this particular list by using the append method or function, you can say, and you can see that, okay, you just added this 2009 value to this particular list. Okay, this is how you can add the value. Okay, now how to remove the value? Okay, like you just added the value, so how to remove that value? Okay, so just use a pop method. Okay, so just by using a pop method, see, pop method just collected this value, and here you can see that, see, it just removed the value from the list. Okay, it just removed the value from the list. Okay, and if you wanted to, if you wanted to s- remove a particular index value, so you can do that with the pop method again. So see here, okay, we just deleted the index 2 value, which is nothing but the Zara. Understood? Which is nothing but the Zara. This is how you can, you know remove the data just by using the del method as well as using the pop method as well. Okay, now here you can see that, okay, if you wanted to insert your data, okay, if you wanted to insert your data in the list at a particular index, so at that time what to do, you will have to use the index inbuilt function. Okay, this is a insert inbuilt function in Python itself. It will just help you to insert any value at any index. Okay, so here what I am doing, I'm inserting a 2008 value at the second index of a list. Okay, this is how you can read the line of code. Okay, let's go and run this. Okay, and let's go and print out this. So here you can see that at the second index I just inserted this particular value.